there are some great changes being made to what's now called the Fanatics Collect Buy Now Marketplace, which used to be the PWCC Fixed Price Marketplace, which I've told you on numerous occasions was a graveyard where overpriced cards from the pandemic go to die. No longer is that the case because of some of these changes. I am just going to take you top to bottom through the email that just came out. I think some of this stuff is absolutely awesome, and it becomes a viable, a competitive, fixed price, buy it now marketplace to compete with eBay and MySlabs and a couple of these other places. Are you tired of selling your cards on eBay, creating the listing, taking the pictures, front, back, shipping, non-paying bidders? Let the pros at Fanatics Marketplace do all of the work for you. I do. That's why I use Fanatics for my vaulting and for my selling. If you've got a bunch of unwanted inventory that you've been sitting on for days, weeks, months, years, ship it to Fanatics Marketplace and let them do all the work. Just make sure when you ship it, you use the promotional code Cajun, all capital letters, CAJUN, and tell them that Cajun Cardboard sent you, and let the pros do the rest at Fanatics Marketplace. Let me know what you think in the comments after you watch this video, but we're just going to go top to bottom and kind of talk our way through it. New, simpler fee structure. Real cool. So really the big change is that if you list a card on the PWCC fixed price marketplace for less than $120, the fee will be 6%. Okay, so if you list a card for less than for $119.99 or less, the fee is going to be 6%. So here's the new chart. Let me bring it up big and bold on your screen because I want to talk through some of this. And so you'll see no more buyer's premium. And so it sounds to me like if you buy a card for $100, buyer pays $100, seller gives 6%. To PWCC, seller takes $94. We're going to look at the exact numbers in just a second. So out with the buyer's premium when it comes to the buy now marketplace. So no more confusion. It used to be you sold a card for $100, the buyer would pay $120, the seller would get all $100 and then get a portion of the $20. That complex math, which is tough for people down here in South Louisiana, is out. So now it's just you multiply whatever your sale price is by 0.06, and that's what PWCC takes, and you get the rest. So if you sell it for $100, you get $94. Simple, simple, simple. Now here's the deal. In the $120 to $1,200 range, it jumps up to 13.33%. So that's the range where you're going to pay the highest fees. All right, so let's take a close look at the table. You can see if any of you big spenders out there, for God's sakes, if you've got a $1.2 million card to sell, please use the promo code Cajun, all capital letters, CAJUN. That's the best way to support the Cajun Cardboard channel. It's already starting to get some traction. I am not a salesman by nature, but I am trying to be more consistent and more intentional in my YouTube videos and remind all of you guys out there, if you are interested in using the PWCC Buy Now Marketplace or the Fanatics Collect Buy Now Marketplace or the weekly auctions or the premier auctions, please consider using the promo code Cajun, all capital letters, CAJUN. It's in the YouTube description, along with a few other ways that you can actually support the Cajun Cardboard channel. So there's your new chart right there. So take your screenshot. If you know how to print screen on your laptop or your desktop, do that. And if not, just turn your phone sideways and take a landscape picture. So now you know the PWCC fees. A lot of people used to bitch and complain about the buyer's premium, so out with the buyer's premium. Now, the one thing I do want to draw your attention to, let's go back to it. Look down here on your screen while I can't highlight. It says a 15% seller's fee will be applied to listings of less than 120. Okay, wait, they just said 6%, but now a 15% fee will be applied to listings of less than 120 if what? It's a contingency that are priced at 20% over market value or more as determined by the PWCC marketplace or the Fanatics Collect marketplace. So here's the deal. It sounds like a terrible thing. It sounds like a trick. It's not. If you price your card fairly, you're paying 6% seller's commission. If you seller's fees. If you price your card unfairly and put it on the fixed price marketplace, in other words, what everybody has done since the inception of the fixed price marketplace, then you're going to get jammed with a 15% fee. This is not PWCC's way to sneak more money into their pocket. This is a way to preclude, dissuade, and highly recommend that people list cards at realistic prices. Damn, they're giving you 20% over market value. So what they're trying to avoid is what they ran into over the last 2 years, which is just a whole bunch of clutter and a whole bunch of bloated, overpriced inventory that has led sellers to not really want to sell on the marketplace because buyers don't want to go look on the Fanatics Collect Buy Now marketplace because there's just a bunch of overpriced crap on there. Well, what they're trying to do is dissuade people from listing stuff for crazy prices when they ordinarily aren't really even looking to sell their card. If you wanted to buy my Jordan rookie card for $800,000, I would sell it to you and go buy 2 more. But I don't want to sell it at market value because that's my pride and joy. That's my card. That's my grail. So what they're trying to avoid is people like me or people like you watching this video of having a $1,000 card and saying, well, what the hell? It doesn't cost me any money. I'll list it for $2,000 and stick it on the marketplace. Maybe some dumbass will come along and click buy now and pay twice what my card's worth. I could pocket $1,000 and go buy the same card again. So that's what they're trying to avoid because that causes clutter, confusion, a bloated marketplace, and it really precludes and it is a disincentive to buyers to even go look at it. I'll be honest with you, I never look at the fixed price marketplace, but recently I have, and some of these changes, including this new commission of 6%, is going to be a reason why. Now, let's keep reading. Here you go. This is a nice looking chart. So, nope, that's the same chart. Sorry. Let's keep going. Previously, the most you could earn for a sale under $120 was 85%. It used to be a 15% deal, right? Now you earn 94%. So for all sales over 120, you'll earn the same amount as you did under the current model. So that chart that we saw, that's the same as the old chart. The only thing that's changing is the under 120. No buyer's premium, 6% fee on that one. All currently listed items will retain their existing listing price, but will be switched to the structure. What that means is if you have cards in the PWCC/Fanatics Buy Now marketplace and they are listed right now, they will stay listed. Nobody's pulling your listings down right now. They'll just kind of convert to the new existing the new price. And so if you have a card listed for $100 where you would have earned maybe 85%, now you're going to earn the 94%. You don't have to delist, relist to get the new 6% fee. Now here's the chart that matters, and this is makes it about as dummy proof as possible. This is simple math even for a Cajun. If your item sells for 100, you used to get 85. Now if your item sells for 100, you get 94. And while that $9 difference doesn't sound like a lot, it is if you sell 500 cards, right? So keep that in mind. Example sale, we just saw that. To create the best experience for all collectors, okay? To create the best experience for all collectors, they're introducing additional guardrails. This is the disincentives that I told you about to encourage competitive pricing. What that means is, in layman's terms, it is we're trying to get these dumbasses to stop listing their cards for twice what they're worth, hoping that somebody will click buy it now because it's causing confusion and a bloated inventory that precludes people from even considering the buy now marketplace as a viable place to buy and sell sports cards. Moving forward, listings priced less than 120 but priced 120%, but priced 20% over the market value will incur a 15% fee. So that's what we talked about. That's the asterisk. That's the additional language. That's the guardrail, as they're calling it, the disincentive. If you prefer not to sell under these changes, please remember you can always take them off. If you don't like the new change, I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you don't like the new change, just take your card off. Just take it off. I don't know what else to tell you. And email your sales representative or customer support if you need help delisting your item, but it's not hard to delist your item. So now what I want to show you guys is I am going to show you all how to just take a card and I'm going to list it, and I'll just show you how easy it is to put a card onto the PWCC Buy Now marketplace. This is first of all, Let me get this out of the way. I can't stand this guy. The only reason I own two of his cards is because I'm collecting this 2014 Prizm World Cup soccer set, right? I'm collecting it in the highest grade possible. Well, I picked up a PSA 9 of Alexi Lawless. This PSA 8 now can be sold. This is not a valuable card, okay? So I'm not showing you some grail. This is just an Alexi Lawless, autographed 2014 Prizm card. Okay, so here's your card. I'm out with the old, in with the new, right? I pulled in a PSA 9. That's great. For my set, I'm out with the PSA 8. That's this one right here. Look at this big yellow button. What's it say? Sell. Well, there's a bunch of ways you could sell on PWCC. It's not worth $15,000, so I can't sell it on the premier marketplace. It's not a card I want to put on the weekly because I don't think soccer does great on Fanatics or PWCC weeklies. So I want to sell this at the fixed price where I know I'll get what it's worth, which is what most people are doing now, is selling stuff, buy it now on eBay, not necessarily at auction. So it pulls up the card. Did you know you could add multiple items? Yes, I did know that. I could sell 500 cards at once right now. I could move 500 cards. I could move 1,000 cards over into the buy now marketplace if I wanted to. But we're just going to do one because I just want to show you how easy it is. And if you did 500 and you wanted to sell them all in one of these weekly auctions or sell them on the fixed price, which they need to change that to the buy now, right? Because now it's called buy now marketplace. I would just click here and it'll change all of them. Look, it'll do it right here. So boom, I'm changing it to fixed price and apply all. Another way to do it is just to click right here on fixed price. So the market value, this is the key right here. Look at what it says. PWCC thinks this card's worth 20 bucks. Okay. Now this is where I'm going to run into trouble because, and this is going to be the biggest complaint that people are going to have. I don't know how PWCC wants to handle this. The market value assigned by PWCC is 20 bucks. Well, I know it's worth more than that. Okay. And the reason I know that is because look, a PSA 9 just sold for 43, but look at the last PSA 8 sale. Right there, it sold for 50. Although if you click Card Ladder says that the PSA 8 is worth about $41. Okay. Well, PWCC says it's worth about $20. Well, why do I give a shit what Card Ladder or PWCC thinks the card's worth? Well, it's because of that 15% rule that we talked about. If I sell the card for, let's say I want to list the card for 40, well, PWCC has just deemed me listing the card for twice what the card's worth because they think it's worth 20. So right now, all I've got is $24 to work with. But I'll be honest with you, as I've said many times before, I don't give a damn about squeezing every single penny out of the card. So I am going to list my card for $23. Why 23? Because 23 is less than 120% of the market value. 120% would be $24. I'm going to list it for 23. I don't care. I just want the card to go. This is probably a bad example because the market value on this card's off. And I am telling you, and I'm telling Fanatics, and I'm telling PWCC, or whatever the hell you want to call them, this is going to be the biggest problem. And it's going to prevent people from being able to list it because I know for a fact, by looking at my Jordan collection and looking at those cards very regularly, that the market value, this number, this appraised value, this market value assigned by PWCC/Fanatics Collect to your cards is almost always lower than the actual market value, the actual true comps, as we would say in the industry. So that's going to preclude me from listing it. This is not a really big deal here because you're talking about a few bucks. I don't care. Just give me my $21 after taxes or whatever. I don't really care. But if it was a $1,000 card, it would matter. But again, that's kind of the problem. The 15% kicks in if you list a card for more than 120% of its market value. And I've seen Jordan cards, big Jordan cards in my collection, where the market value is off by more than 20%. And so I can't sell it on the buy now marketplace. Not that I really would anyway, because I'm holding my Jordan cards for quite some time. So here we go. Asking price $23. Do I want to allow offers? No, I really don't. I just want to move the stupid card. It may or may not sell. This right here says price it at 24 or lower to post your item with a great price badge. So one more advantage is that you'll get a great price badge, meaning PWCC has deemed that the card is priced at a fair value and you'll sell it, which is interesting because technically I'm pricing it, at 115% above what they think is the fair market value. Anyway, not long story short, let's just move on. I'm going to hit review and confirm changes. and then it's going to show you the card. There it is, Alexi Lawless PSA 8. Make sure it's the right one. That's the cert. There's your asking price. I'm not allowing offers, and I don't have an auto decline because I'm not allowing offers. Now you're going to check this box, which just says you've reviewed it. PWCC, you're off the hook. It's my choice to sell this card. Once it sells, it sells. That's basically all that says. Yes, I agree. Confirm. So now I'm in the fixed price marketplace, and I just listed this incredible Alexi Lawless card, which I'm sure is going to sell immediately. And I'm just going to search for it just to make sure it's up. Lawless PSA. Is it instantly up? It's instantly up. It's right there for $23, and it is on there. And here's the beautiful thing about PWCC. I can't go buy my own card and change my comps, right? So I couldn't list this card for 60, go buy it back myself, right? Which is what they call, that's true shilling. That's the very definition of shilling. I can't go buy my own card off the buy now marketplace. Thank God, right? Well, boy, would there be some market manipulation there. But there's my card, and it's at $23. So if I sold that card, I would get, I'd pay a 6% commission, which is whatever, $1, whatever. And so I would net 21 and some change or something like that. So that's it, guys. That is really all I wanted to show you. Another thing I think I need to mention, I'm almost positive, but I think now Fanatics / PWCC, if your card has been listed for 90 days and it doesn't sell, they yank it. Right? So that's another way to prevent that bloating of inventory on the buy now marketplace for people who have listed their cards that people either A, just aren't interested in, B, don't matter, C, are overpriced, whatever. Those cards, if they've been listed for 90 days, it's my understanding they will be auto delisted and then put right back in your vault, right? Because they never left your vault. They're always in your vault, even though they're listed on the buy now marketplace. If you wanted to go back and take those cards and relist them, you certainly can, but you've got to go through the process that I just showed you of relisting those cards for sale. So after 90 days, it's my understanding they're going to be auto delisted. Somebody in the comments, let me know if that is not correct, but that's my understanding going forward. That's going to be the new guidelines and the new criteria. So that's it, guys. Just showing you another way that I think Fanatics influence is going to start to be a positive one on PWCC. They're starting to ask questions. Like, I've been talking about this for years and years. This could be an incredible, smorgasbord. I don't know. Don't ask me to spell it. An incredible buffet of cards to go purchase. There's not nearly as many eyeballs on the buy now marketplace as there is on eBay. But there's also no harm done because these are not auctions, right? These are buy now. So there's no harm done. You list your card for the price you want to sell it for, and you get what you get. And there's no hiding that. We looked at the chart. We looked at the graph. You know what you net. And it doesn't require me to take any pictures, to do any listings, to create any AI descriptions and then double check them, to check off all the boxes on eBay. I don't have to put my card in a cardboard sandwich, wrap it with painter's tape, put it in a team bag, put it in a bubble mailer. I don't have to pay for any of that stuff. I don't have to ship it. I don't have to worry about the guy paying or not. I don't have to worry about all that crap. The money just appears in my account. And if you're the type of person like me, and you're just not trying to maximize every single dollar on every single card, then the PWCC marketplace is probably going to be, a buy now marketplace is probably going to be a pretty good place where you should consider selling your cards, because they're going to do all of the work for you, and that's worth a few percentage points in my pocket in my world. As a 50-year-old man, I'll pay them 2% to do all the work. Hell yeah, I'm paying my son to come in here today and do a whole bunch of work with this cross-country collection and getting some of this stuff listed on eBay and shipped off to PWCC. So why wouldn't I, pay a couple percentage points to the professionals at Fanatics or PWCC to do the work for me? Of course I am. The only thing I would tell you guys is make sure you use the promo code Cajun. Just like I showed you, and I probably should have showed you, anytime you have a card in your vault, you can click on that card, and then it's going to say use promo code. You can assign the promo code Cajun, all caps, to that card before you move it over into the marketplace. It doesn't change your 6% seller fees. You're still going to net your 94%. My chunk comes out of the PWCC 6% that we talked about today. It doesn't come out of your percent. So there's no disincentive to using the Cajun promo code unless you just don't want to help the channel and don't support the channel, and that's fine too. But I'm working on an incentive, a bigger incentive, other than just out of the kindness of your heart to support the channel, where maybe, just maybe, you guys can net a few more bucks in your pocket. I'm working my ass off. I'm going to get up to Cleveland. I'm going to try to make that happen. I'm going to talk to the people I need to talk to, introduce myself, let them know that even though I'm from South Louisiana, I actually do know what I'm doing, and I do know a little bit about cards, and I do have some really fine fellows and gals that listen to the channel that that use PWCC/Fanatics to buy and sell their sports cards just like I do. So that's it, guys. Another little tutorial video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comments or just direct message me on Instagram. You can't miss me. I'm Cajun_Cardboard on Instagram. I'm sort of on Facebook, but not really. Primarily Instagram. That's the easiest way to message me, or just drop it in the comments below. Let me know what you think. I want to know what you guys think about these changes, specifically delisting your card 90 days after, changing the seller fees on a sale of a card less than $120. Is that a big deal to you guys? Does that matter? Is it an incentive to actually consider the Fanatics PWCC marketplace? Let us know in the comments, and hope you guys have a great day, and keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby. Peace.